God cares for his people. From the Red Sea, Moses led the people of Israel through the desert. For 3 days they searched for water. Then at last they found a spring. But the water had a bitter taste. It was undrinkable. Then the Israelites rebelled against Moses. "Now you are letting us die of thirst in the desert." Moses begged God, "Help us." And God showed Moses a piece of wood. When Moses threw it into the spring, the water turned sweet, and they could all quench their thirst. Soon after they began to complain to Moses again. "Why did you lead us into the desert? If only we had stayed in Egypt. There at least we had pans full of meat and all the bread we could eat." But God said to Moses, "I will give you bread and meat, so that you learn that you can put your trust in me." And indeed, in the evening, a great flock of birds flew around the Israelites' camp. The birds were easy to catch, and in the morning the ground was covered with sweet white grains of manna. Everyone was able to gather it, and they all had enough to eat. Not only that day, but every day. During the whole 40 years that the people of Israel spent in the wilderness, God gave them bread and meat. Since that time, parents tell their children how God once cared for his people and how he still cares for them. All people should know that they can trust in him and rely on his help. I don't know about you, but listening to that passage made me think, how often do we whinge and complain and moan about not having what we want when we want it? And yet we all know God loves us. He knows what is good for us, and he will give those things to us at the right time. So maybe the challenge for the week ahead is to stop and notice all the good things in our lives. Good things that God has given us, maybe through the generosity of other people. And let's just stop and say thank you and bless God for those good things in our lives.